Hey guys, today we're going to be addressing an issue with the STIHL FS240R weed eater. These are really good pro model units. They're a little bit heavier compared to their predecessor, the FS250, but still really good durable units. This one in particular, the issue is that it's starting up and running, but it's not picking up to full RPMs and really picking up at all. So I'm going to take a minute and kind of show you what it's doing. So here we go. I'm going to start it up and pay attention. All right, so I got it up here to look at it a little further. So you notice how that easily could have tricked me into thinking that that was a carburetor issue, like it wasn't getting enough fuel. And I think today we sometimes get a little biased when we're looking at these units, and we're kind of quick to throw carburetors at them with how the quality of fuels went down over the years. But in actuality, this unit was basically choking itself out. So before I shut the unit off, you notice that I put my hand kind of back here toward the exhaust to feel, if it was breathing right. It wasn't putting very much out. So I've already checked the air filter and the spark plug, and we're definitely getting, plenty of airflow and have a clean filter here. So the next thing I'm going to check, which is probably the issue that you're having, is this spark arrestor, exhaust screen, what have you. So I'm going to go ahead and take, I got, what is it, a 5/8 here. I'm going to pull this arrestor out. I also noticed that this unit was priming just fine. So the carb was behaving fine in that way. All right, so let's see here. Here's our arrestor. Careful, it might be hot if you're done running it. So as you can see, the spark arrestor is completely caked up with carbon. Now, this can happen for a lot of reasons. Two of the main reasons is an improper fuel mix, and also letting the unit idle too much. A lot of people putt around and leave it running in between areas. These units want to run and run out hard. So when they're just idling too much, this can get built up. You want to kind of run that throttle a little bit in between areas, or shut it off so it's not just sitting there idling. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get me a pair of needle nose, get a hold of that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my torch. I'm going to clean all this out, burn it off. All that buildup, burning off like it should have. Turn it around here to get every inch of it. Let go a bit. Once you feel like you got it cleaned up pretty good and it stopped smoking and burning, turn it off. Cool it down a little bit. All right, so as you can see, the screen is a lot cleaner now, and it's just this outer part. You typically don't have anything from the inside that needs to be cleaned out, but that looks pretty good. Definitely good enough to let through. So I'm going to put that back in there, get it started a little bit. Get my 5/8 socket. You want to make sure you're all the way down on that. Okay, so we've got that spark arrestor cleaned up, reinstalled. Not gonna give it any choke because we just had it running. See what it does. Alright, as you can see, back to picking up RPM like it should, running at full power. Could put a tachometer on it to really get it tuned in and make sure it's running at the right RPM, but good enough, running good, and that's what you need to check. If you got one that's starting up fine, priming fine, but not picking up RPM, check that screen.